Hello, everyone. I am Meng, a co-founder and co-convener of Open Applied Linguistics, the AILA research network. The title of our presentation is Open Applied Linguistics Towards a Culture of Open Scholarship in Applied Linguistics. Our presentation is structured in three parts. First, I'll provide an introduction to open scholarship and our research network. Then my colleagues Xuchun and Mehdi will present our past and ongoing activities. Lastly, I'll share some concluding remarks. Let's begin with the introduction to open scholarship and our network. In recent years, the momentum for open scholarship has clearly been on the rise. Here is a timeline representing some of the events and initiatives on open scholarship in the field. You can see that while the earliest efforts on open scholarship can be dated back to 2011 with the launching of IRIS and to 2017 with the establishment of OASIS, it was really after 2020 that we saw a burst of interest and movements. These range from conferences dedicated to the topic, more initiatives on different aspects of open scholarship, as well as special issues from top-tier journals dedicated to things like replication research and registered reports, as well as conceptual discussions on open scholarship or open research. So you might be wondering, but what is open scholarship? To better contextualize our discussion, let's take a look at UNESCO's recommendation. This is definitely one of the most comprehensive frameworks on open science. From this definition, you can see that open science or open scholarship is understood as an inclusive construct that combines various movements and practices aimed at making research and related scholarly activities, such as teaching, training, and collaboration more open, inclusive, and transparent for the benefit of the academic community and beyond. Importantly, it comprises of all scientific disciplines, including the social sciences and the humanities. And it is built on four key pillars: open scientific knowledge, open science infrastructure, open engagement of societal actors, and open dialogue with other knowledge systems. These pillars are underpinned by values and principles such as quality and integrity, equity and fairness, as well as transparency, flexibility, and sustainability. Now, this framework can serve as a roadmap for us to evaluate our current efforts and think about future efforts on open scholarship. What you're looking at here is a mapping of some of the ongoing initiatives on open scholarship in the field to the different pillars and specific dimensions of open scholarship. Here you can see that there is clearly an uneven distribution of efforts. The vast majority of the initiatives are concentrated on scientific knowledge, which relates to things such as open scientific publication, open research data, open educational resources, and virtual infrastructure, such as open access journals. Little attention has been paid to open engagement of societal actors, and even less on discussions or initiatives on open dialogue with other knowledge systems. Now, because of these uneven distribution of efforts, there are existing challenges and needs. For example, conceptually speaking, there is a prevalence of misconceptions underpinned by a narrow understanding of open scholarship. Some people may think that open scholarship is just open access, while others think it is something exclusive to psychology or all about reproducibility and not relevant to applied linguistics. For others, there may be a lack of awareness. Many students might graduate from their programs without ever hearing anything about open scholarship or open research. Of course, there are also practical challenges. Even if people are on board with the idea or want to adopt open scholarship practices, they may be constrained by time or lack of resources and specific guidance and support relevant to applied linguistics. So it is under this context that Open Applied Linguistics was established to serve as a field-specific initiative to address some of these challenges. The network was co-founded by Dr. Sim-Wang Chong from St. Andrews University and me back in 2022, and it was approved as an AILA research network in February 2022. Our official website is openappliedlinguistics.org, You can check out all the details about our work there. The core aim of our research network is to promote open scholarship in applied linguistics and ultimately foster a culture of open scholarship in the field. Specifically, we prioritize aims that we believe we are in a unique position to contribute to. These include raising awareness of open scholarship through symposia and training workshops, um, initiating conversations and collaborations on open scholarship among researchers, as well as with other open scholarship initiatives to foster an inclusive understanding of open scholarship, as well as lowering the barriers to entry into open scholarship by creating or curating resources to support the adoption of open scholarship practices. On this page, you can see our leadership team. Currently, the network is co-convened by me, Dr. Ali Al-Hoorie, and Dr. Phil Hiver. We also have two team members. Xuechun Huang is our event coordinator, and Mehdi Shadidi is our social media officer. Both of them will introduce our past and ongoing activities in a moment. We're also grateful to have a group of advisors who have been very supportive of our network initiatives. Next, we're going to introduce to you the specific network activities on promoting open scholarship. I'll hand over to Xuechun, our event coordinator, for this part.
Thank you, Meng. Hi, everyone. My name is Xuechun Huang. I'm the event coordinator at Open Applied Linguistics. Now, I will introduce several past and ongoing activities that we have in our network, including an inaugural two-day symposium, a reading club initiative, a research library initiative, and initiatives to promote open scholarship in applied linguistics. Our very first event was that in June 2022, we held an inaugural two-day symposium to raise the awareness of open scholarship in applied linguistics and to initiate dialogues both within and beyond applied linguistics. There were 467 registered participants joining us from all over the world, together with 19 invited speakers and 12 presenters across all career stages who contributed 19 sessions over the 2 days. A variety of topics were covered at the symposium, ranging from replication and register reports to research data management. This symposium was a huge success for our network. One regular event in our network is the Reading Club. It is held online in a discussion format. The purpose of the Reading Club is to encourage reading, discussion, and critical thinking around the readings on open scholarship in applied linguistics. We currently have two types of such events. One is Meet the Authors series, where we interview the authors of the readings in a live session and open up Q&A for the readers. The other type is the Open Readers event, which are more member-led, meaning that there's no author joining in such events, but they offer a friendly environment for our members to discuss anything about open science. Now let me briefly review our past reading club events. We had the first event with Dr. Al-Hoorie and Dr. Phil Hiver to discuss meta-science in applied linguistics. On the same month, we also hosted Dr. Daniel Isbell to discuss misconduct and questionable research practices in applied linguistics. We then invited Dr. Kevin McManus to talk about his research on attitudes and practices of replication studies in second language research, and we also had Professor Dorothy Bishop on discussing how we should respond to errors in the work of oneself and others. For this year's series, in July, we already held an event with Professor Sybil Andrina on diamond open access and counteracting systematic inequality and commercialization in open access publishing. We will hold more events on this theme in the upcoming months. As for our open reader discussion, we held one session on UNESCO recommendation on open science. Most of our events were recorded, so please feel free to check them out on our YouTube channel. The name is Open Applied Linguistics. We look forward to welcoming you at our future events. Next, we are going to introduce to you the Research Library Initiative and Open Scholarship Initiatives in Applied Linguistics. I'll hand over to Maddie, our social media officer, for this part.
Thank you, Mike and Shishun. Hello, everyone. My name is Mehdi Shafdidi, and I am the social media officer of Open Applied Linguistics. I would like to introduce our research library initiative by elaborating on our objectives, by running this initiative and our rationales on what types of research you can find in this library. Then I will explain how you can contribute to this library, helping us build a wider database which can be accessible by everyone. As Mike has already introduced, open scholarship, also known as open science or open research, is an emerging topic in applied linguistics. There is increasing research on open scholarship, including sharing data and materials and conducting replication studies. However, currently such research is scattered in various places, and there is no central hub where one could easily locate such research. Therefore, to fill this gap, we have established a public Zotero library dedicated to open scholarship in applied linguistics. As mentioned, this public library serves as a central hub for open scholarship research in applied linguistics. This library can showcase and highlight open scholarship practices such as data sharing and replication studies. Moreover, this research library can provide easy access and help interested individuals find relevant articles quickly. More importantly, authors and the interested audience can further discuss the research in a reading club series that was introduced earlier by our event organizer, Shishun. Therefore, this library can form the foundation for our reading club, where authors present their work and interested audience can enjoy the benefits of meeting the authors and having their questions answered. Here you can see some screenshots taken from the library. As you can see, our research library is open to all crowdsourced. The contributors can submit bibliometric entries, which I will explain how to submit your work soon in the next slide. And our network team adds them to the library regularly. The library hosts two types of research. One, research on or about open scholarship in applied linguistics. For example, conceptual discussions about an open scholarship topic. And the other is research practicing open scholarship. Examples of this type of study includes replication studies and the studies that share open data or materials. For those who are interested in this initiative, here are two QR codes. The first one will lead you to the instructions, which are very simple, and the second QR code will take you to the submission form. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us via email. Next, please allow me to briefly introduce another initiative by Open Applied Linguistics. We launched an awareness-raising project aimed to promote open scholarship efforts in the field. Our goal is to further increase the visibility of and participation in various ongoing initiatives on open scholarship. We are showcasing these initiatives in batches, with the first round featuring 6 initiatives, all of which have also been represented here at today's symposium. As you can see, we created a one-page infographic poster for the ongoing initiatives in collaboration with the teams of these initiatives. Here, I will briefly introduce the 6 featured initiatives, and you can learn much more about each one in their dedicated presentations. The IRIS database is one of the first large-scale efforts on open scholarship. It offers a free, searchable collection of datasets, instruments, materials, and stimuli for research in first, second, and foreign languages. OASIS is an open database holding one-page summaries of academic research written in non-technical language, with the aim to make our research more conceptually accessible to a wider audience. TESOL Graphics is an open scholarship initiative that creates visual summaries of secondary research on important topics for ESL and EFL teachers. Make these resources more accessible by hosting them online. TaskBank, funded by International Association for Task-Based Language Teaching and Learning, allows you to upload tasks, receive feedback from the advisory board, and share your tasks in their database. The Postprint Pledge is an open scholarship initiative that calls for researchers to share their accepted article versions by passing paywalls and making science accessible to everyone, including researchers in the global south. MORAL, that stands for Multilingual Repository in Applied Linguistics, is an initiative that makes research in applied linguistics more accessible by providing translations of abstracts from peer-reviewed articles and chapters for non-English speakers. These initiatives represent the ongoing efforts to make applied linguistics research more open, transparent, and accessible. We encourage you to join them, contribute to their growth, and benefit from their resources. We'll also be creating new batches of posters for other open scholarship initiatives in the future. If you would like to join us or have suggestions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Thank you for your time. I will now hand it over to Mark.
Thank you, Xuechun and Mehdi, for the excellent introduction to our network activities. In the next part, I'll present some concluding remarks. Over the past 2.5 years, we have experienced many challenges. As a grassroots initiative, the most obvious challenge, like most other grassroots initiatives, is limited funding and resources. Everything done by our network relies on voluntary contributions, which means everybody has to balance network activities with other academic responsibilities. We hope for and do need help from the wider community for more people to join us. The idea is that if everyone contributes a little, collectively, we will make a huge difference. Still, every effort, no matter how small, moves us forward, and we're proud to have organized these activities and made our contribution to advancing open scholarship in the field. Most importantly, we really appreciate all the contributions and support we've received so far from the community. We are particularly grateful for our network members. You can see here that we have over 300 members who are in different career stages, all the way from master students to professors. We also have over 1,000 followers on Facebook and Twitter, respectively, and our activities have been well received by community members. Lastly, I'd like to conclude by drawing on our network statement, which emerged from our inaugural symposium and was officially endorsed by AILA in 2022. The full statement can be found on the link below, and here I'll just outline the key principles for advancing open scholarship in applied linguistics. So here you can see that we advocate for an inclusive understanding of open scholarship that respects epistemological diversity in our field. We also emphasize the need for better communication between researchers and practitioners. We call for an increased focus on replication, transparency, and innovative publication formats such as registered reports. We recognize the unique challenges in qualitative research and the need for ongoing discussions to ensure inclusivity. We also stress the importance of ethical considerations in adopting open scholarship practices. These principles, gathered from the wisdom of all the speakers from our inaugural symposium, guide us towards a more collaborative, transparent, and impactful research ecosystem in applied linguistics. They challenge us to rethink how we create and share knowledge, aiming to foster a culture of openness that respects our field's diversity while pushing for greater transparency and collaboration. Now, hopefully by the end of our presentation, as well as the end of our symposium today, you've become interested in open scholarship, if not already. If you're wondering, how do I get started with open scholarship? Here we provide a list of concrete steps that you can take to ease your way into open scholarship. The list of examples was provided by Professor Luke Plonsky at our inaugural symposium. You can see these are simple things that you can do, many of which are related to the initiatives covered in our symposium today. Steps like sharing published materials on IRIS, contributing to an OASIS summary, or translating your abstract into additional languages, and signing the postprint pledge and start sharing postprints. Here are some more examples of what you can do for your inspiration. So we are reaching the end of the presentation. As I mentioned earlier, we really appreciate more efforts from the community and support from the community. We're currently also looking to expand the core team, so please drop us an email if you're interested. It will be a great opportunity to work collectively to promote open scholarship. This is the end of the presentation, and we look forward to answering any questions you may have.